There's a really weird side effect of GLP-1 drugs, and basically for anyone over the age of 30, because there is overlap in those two groups, and I'll explain in a second. But basically, if your fragrance, your perfume, your cologne, whatever, is not lasting as long as it used to, like you feel like you'd put a couple spritzes and it would go all day, but now it's going a few hours, your diet and your lifestyle and your age may be playing a role. I got to sit in on a cosmetic industry executives meeting this morning, which taught me a lot. It was very eye-opening. And basically what's going on is GLP-1 drugs change the amount of sebum that your skin is producing. Sebum is your oils and ceramides that naturally, come through your skin. And calorie restriction dramatically alters that in a lot of people. Also, just naturally aging, like being over the age of 30, 35, the amount of sebum you produce is a lot less. And the problem is all of these big fragrances, the perfumes and colognes, are designed to bind. You have these molecules in the fragrance that are designed to bind to your sebum. But if you have less sebum, they're not binding, or not binding quite as well and for quite as long. And people actively complaining about this problem for the last 1, 2, 3 years, really since GLP drugs hit the market in like a very big way and have become mainstream, has caused so much of a panic in the cosmetics industry that formulas are actually changing. You're going to see, if you haven't already, loads of oil-based formulas. So instead of like telling people to go make oils on their own or layer on moisturizers, the fragrance companies are just putting more oils in their formulas. You're seeing scented oils hit the market as like moisturizers, but you're also seeing the actual spritzers and diffusers and all the different things that you would normally find. They're changing the formulas to add small amounts of oil just so they last. And if you've already noticed this, like I would love to hear about it. But if you haven't noticed it, or you already have fragrance sitting at home that you bought from a couple of years ago and the formulas haven't changed, you can basically mimic this on your own by layering your fragrance after a little bit of moisturizer or putting a little bit of oil in whatever your scent spots are. So if you put your perfume on your neck or your wrist, put a little bit of oil there, unscented oil, and it'll bind and last longer.